Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm Nick, and my skin is doing very badly today, so I will be appearing in the cartoon form. It's like it's really Saturday morning or something. I don't know. Welcome to another backlog stream. Tonight, we are digging into the backlog as we are wont to do. And a quick little look at what we got left. Honestly, I'm super excited for everything we got left. Pseudo Regalia, sort of high tech 3D platforming, 30XX, roguelite that is basically being a Mega Man X. I don't remember what it is, but puzzle platformers, love it. Tactical Breach Wizards. I'm honestly surprised I haven't played this yet, but I also keep Joe's a fan of Tactical Breach Wizards. I keep wanting to go back to XCOM Chimera Squad and finish that, but I haven't done that either. Celico, great. Recent update, cool. Palia? I didn't try Palia. No, I tried something else. 4D Golf. That's going to be... They have a level editor? Oh, I did not even realize. Planning to be breakaway, more 3D platforming. Forza, Pulpo, more... A lot of 3D platforming left on the list. Matt, I mean, it's 2D and 3D, but Gravity Circuit, another 2D. Yeah, man, it's almost like I grew up during a certain era. But tonight we're looking at Life After Magic, which I think I got this free. Is this a free game? It is a free game. I don't know anything about how long it is or anything like that in that case. And it's a VN, so there's a reason I haven't played it, but I'll play a free game. And I grew up with Sailor Moon and sort of like other magical girl style media stories, whatever you want to call it. So I'm interested when we get to the idea about like, yeah, what happens when you have to grow up. And it's just like, all right, well, let's find out. Let's see what Life After Magic has to say about this. And I guess I hope my throat's feeling good today. You would think I would be the one to sort of know, be in the position to know. Oh, okay. Says it's going. Lethal Company has an upgrade. Am I the only one not playing Deltarune today? Boy, it feels like it's been a while, but it really hasn't. Game is running. We're playing this. Hey, there we go. Let me just go ahead and hide this, but I want to make sure. Yes, okay. We'll just let that go away. All right, Life After Magic. I'm going to click to start. I have to click the thing. Okay, do I know anything about anything? Me? No. Definitely not, Chief. I want to see this nice and big. I'm trying not to get letterbox. Okay. Settings. Okay. Ooh. I mean, accessibility. It's fine. It's fine. We got extras. All right, we'll come back to that. Yeah, let's go. What is your name? I mean, my name or her name? Let's just go Akiko. Hi, I'm Akiko. I'm a 22-year-old high school dropout who's a bit of a klutz. Okay, oof, all right. My blood type is O. My star sign is Libra, and some days I wish I... It's just like Joe. And some days I wish I didn't save the world. I should probably provide some context for that, huh? See, a few years ago, my best friends and I were fighting the forces of darkness almost every week. A few years, like up through 18-ish, 16, 17. We were the Sentinels of Justice, and I was their leader, Princess Sentinel Starlight. Yeah, all right. We saved humanity more times than I can remember. You could say we were a big deal. All right, just quick aside. I'm turning to the camera, even though it doesn't mean anything today. I need like a turn. I need poses on my overlay. That's my brain is just racing on other projects I need to work on now. Anyway, the quick aside, to get back to the aside, when my high school class graduated, they gave us all t-shirts that said "I'm kind of a big deal" on the front. And even bigger on the back was an ad for the local car dealership, including their mascot, and it was like one of the cringiest. It's just like, there is no way to even pretend that you did this to do something nice for us. You got money from this. You're as cool. It'd be better if we were publicly funded rather than having to rent out ad space on the bodies of your graduating class, huh? Anyway, ugh. Except we were all still in high school, so we had to keep our identity secret. And after many years battling countless foes, we finally defeated the demon queen Azreya. Our long war was finally over. And that's the worst part. It was all over. All of it. In a few short months, the Sentinels went our separate ways. We retired from magical girlhood, and that's when my life really started to take a turn for the worse. Something most people don't realize about heroes is how saving the world all the time has its price. I mean, already. Yeah, legit. It's funny, getting to the more asides. Hey, this is an aside night because there's not action to keep me focused. So ADD brain is going to run rampant. Reading into a little bit of like the history of Sailor Moon and learning that it was both the manga and the anime were sort of were begun being written as intended for a single season. I think explains a lot to me why when I think of that show, I only think of the first season, because everything after that gets kind of weird. We just finished watching this was a couple months ago now, maybe. But like the second half of R is like the second arc of the manga, and that's all the Chibi Moon stuff, and that has been my least favorite part so far. I did like the Doom Tree saga, which is with like, oh, we have like this alien brother and sister who are like the last refugees of a dying alien planet, and the beginning of that part, it's just very funny to me that, like, you know, what was filler for the anime, I think is actually way better than the stuff that followed the manga. That happens with me a lot. I don't know why that's a pattern, but I think it is a pattern. And very specifically, like, it kind of explains a lot why, you know, the first arc ends with everybody sort of like, you defeat Queen Beryl, the big bad, and then it's like Sailor Moon's final use of her powers is to grant her own wish. Is like, man, I wish we could just go back to being normal girls, and like they all get their memories wiped of being Sailor Scouts, and it's just like, yeah, and now we just go and be high school girls, and it's like, yay. And then it's like, okay, what's happening for season 2? And you go, okay, well, number one, they all have to have their powers reawaken, and they have to bring their memories back. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, but your memories are back. Even though they were already, even though my girl Makoto, no. Why do I always forget her street name? Sailor Jupiter, was like, didn't even remember she was a Sailor Scout with powers and was already suplexing demons from another space planet dimension, because she's just great like that. Makoto Kino, does that sound right? That sounds right. But yeah, it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, you kind of, it's sort of like a funny moment, but it's also like, yeah, okay, I can see how you weren't like expecting to have this moment in the original writing. And I want to know what Sailor Pluto did, that she got sort of demoted and stationed on the outpost at the end of time or whatever. There's a lot going on in that in that universe. Saving the world has its price, but yeah, this idea of just like, okay, but like, what if you do remember and actually we go on? My price was terrible grades all throughout school, and in the end, I dropped out entirely. Oof. I never applied to college, vocational school, or considered any careers outside of being a magical girl. I didn't even have time to think about it. Turns out, saving the world from doom about once a week for 5 years isn't something you can put on your resume. I mean, why not? I only have a couple episodes left of that magical girl small business, which I love that it's like a parallel on like tech startups will be the cause and solution to all of life's magical girl problems. My life peaked at 15, and now I'm grinding away at a dead-end job at a makeup store to try and make rent. Living in a coastal city like Diamond Cove on minimum wage is a daily struggle. But worst of all, I never see my Sentinel squad anymore. That's worst of. Even when we promise to stay together, no matter what. Nobody warned me that maintaining friendships as an adult is more challenging than any supervillain. What kind of happy ending is this? My life's a joke. I'm broke. My love life's DOA. In a week and a half, it'll be New Year's Eve, and everyone's all excited, or terrified, for the year 2000. Okay, we're adding that to it. And the new millennium. Sorry, millennium. I don't even know what I want to do tomorrow, let alone the rest of my life. At least I still have one friend left from those old days. A magical familiar. Yes! Oh no, I have to do voices. Akiko, you seem kind of down today. What's the matter? Yeah, I should probably explain. I have one remaining friend from those days. My cat. He talks and comes from outer space. I may need to explain the details another time. It's nothing. Come to think of it, you've been down a lot lately. It's not befitting behavior for a world-saving alien princess. Is there anything I can help with? I mean, the bottom is very true. I want to eat ice cream under my bed sheets and cry myself to sleep. Could you give me more bad guys to fight? Ugh, jeez. I mean, yeah. Been so boring lately. I could do with some dastardly villain opening up a gym or something, and then I go kick their ass. I wonder if any of the villains we defeated are still around. I wonder what they're up to now. Maybe they're also struggling to make rent. Maybe they work in pizza delivery or something. Hey, we should order some pizza. We had a bad guy set up an evil pizza delivery service to drain life energy away from humans. Akiko, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your rent is due tomorrow. Toast it is. Well, I would have toast. My darn roommate would buy groceries once in a while. Looks like I'll need to skip breakfast again. You don't even get the toast on your way to school. You don't even get to school or the toast. Jeez. Nuts. I'm going to be late for work too. Better bust out the rollerblades and get hustling. My manager said today is going to be really, really extra super important. Wonder what it could be. Glamour Pop. One of the last stores still open in this dying mall. But inside, you wouldn't know it. It's wall-to-wall cosmetics and hair products, beautifully arranged. The corporation is doing so well, they may knock down the wall into the next door and expand there too. Oh, excuse me, I got burpees. It's not the most exciting job, but it pays the bills for now. Sort of. I think they can expand the store. They could raise our wages a little. But at least I made a friend here, which makes it more bearable. Lise is my co-worker, but it's more accurate to say she's my work wife. Even if the week is a total crapshoot, at least somebody here has my back. She's my first real friend who isn't also a magical girl. She knows nothing about my past. It's sort of refreshing. Lise is funny, passionate about the environment, there when I need her, steady. It's basically my rock. She's also hiding behind the counter, hyperventilating. Why are there so many people here? It's not that many. Okay, wait, it's kind of a lot. Calm Lise down. You got this. Remember what we say when things get tough? I am tough like spider silk. Oh, she is very Jupiter coded. Great, perfect, love it. And that's the strongest thing ever. Arguably, the shell of a tortoise could be considered stronger if you take into account the Lise, Concentrate. Wasn't something happening today? All right. Please, today's sort of our promotion for that super special makeup line our manager has been bugging us about. They're bringing in a celebrity guest, remember? Gidget the Taco Hut Chihuahua? No, a human celebrity. Apparently some big shot from corporate's here to introduce us to the line. Okay, better get ready. This will be a first for us. Usually they don't care about us retail plebeians. The celebrity guest. I wonder who it could be. Hey, you two, get your act together. Our guests are coming. Like, should I read manager like an evil villain? Hey, you two. Nope, that'll kill my throat. I turn around to spot two women walking side by side through the store's front doors. One is clearly from Glamour Pop's headquarters. She's carrying a large briefcase and her eyes narrow when she sees us. Something about her is kind of familiar. And it clicks. I've seen her on Borbs, that fancy business magazine that props up successful rich people. Her name is Anna Lee, the woman who rapidly climbed the ranks of Glamour Pop and turned it into a makeup empire. They say she's a business genius, but she's ruthless too, a nightmare to handle. The manager is putting on his best customer service smile for her. I bet he's scared straight. For the woman walking next to her, I see a flash of pink as a woman decked out in elegant cream-colored idol attire trots by Anna Lee's side. Everyone knows her as Ara now, but I knew her as Boyoung Kim, our second in command, Lieutenant Sentinel Aurora. We've had our ups and downs. She's caring, but opinionated and hot-headed. Back when we were close, we argued a lot. Okay, so personality-wise, that sounds like more Mars-coded. I'm not gonna stop doing that this whole time. I hope y'all understand that. After the final battle, we kept in touch for a few months, but that faded out. I haven't talked to her in years. Since then, she entered the music industry and became a pop idol. And she's been popular since debut. I would have been happy for her, but we were supposed to keep our identities a secret. When she debuted, she revealed herself as Sentinel Aurora to the world. It was obviously a marketing tactic, but her new fans ate it up. I'm disappointed in her. What? Okay, never mind. House is interesting. I'm disappointed in her. I never thought she would use her identity to try and gain fame. What? She's not down here. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, I'm looking for people who aren't here. Love it. Anyway, I bet she's changed even more so now. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she pretended not to recognize me. As Ara glances over the crowd, she locks eyes with me immediately. She's coming over here. Akiko? What are you doing here? Actually, I work here now. Oh. Ara fiddles with her necklace, which I recognize as her sentinel ring. We each have one, and it's the source of all our magical girl powers. She still wears it after all these years, huh? Silence hangs in the air, and the atmosphere is awkward. It's been so long that I'm not sure what to say. It's nice to see you again, Boyoung. You can call me Ara now. My stage name, but I prefer it to my real name. Oh, okay, got it. No problem. So, what have you been up to lately? I haven't heard from you in ages. Ara, while it's nice you've reunited with your, friend, why don't we get down to business? Everyone else is waiting for us after all. It's not something I think about too often, especially because I don't play, let's be honest, story-heavy games too often. But when I do appreciate that when the sort of like typing noise of a character's dialogue box, each character has like a unique pitch to their noise, it actually does so much to sort of help sort of establish what it gives them a voice, even though it is not really a voice. It is just like a sound effect. It is just a tone. And it kind of told me what voice to go with. It gave me a direction for the voice. And you know what? That's great. That is one of those small touches that I bet not a lot of people would be like aware enough to appreciate unless you're really into it and something awakens you to it. Right, sorry, I'm ready when you are. Anna Lee claps her hands and everybody in the store stands at attention. Glamour Pop is proud to announce the greatest, most ambitious launch in our company's history. Anna Lee lays down her briefcase on one of the empty tables. She opens it up to reveal a trove of plastic sample bags full of packaged makeup. From what I can see, everything was cute and colorful, with star and ring motifs. Just what I like. Yeah. I looked at the camera. I locked eyes with the camera to say yeah. Color coding reminds me a lot of the Sentinels, actually. We'll be doing our first ever Magical Girl themed makeup release, using the iconic imagery of Diamond Co's very own Super Sentinels. Wait a second. What? Anna Lee continues on explaining the specifics of this so-called collaboration while my mind reels. I shoot Ara a pointed look. How could she have let this happen? First she used the Sentinels as a paperweight of fame, and now she's allowing our image to be used for marketing makeup products? As a former member of the Sentinels, I'm so excited to share our history with all of Glamour Pop's customers. Please, support the new line. She must be joking, right? Or is this some crazy dream that I have to wake up from? I pinch myself. Nope, it's just happening. Ara, this is such an interesting concept. One that I would have loved to hear about ahead of time. You know, you could have called to tell me about how you're selling the images of your group. Oh, don't be silly, Akiko. That'd be breaking my NDA. She gives me a half smile, a half grimace, while blinking rapidly from me to Anna Lee. Lee seems to pick up on my discomfort. Why magical girls, though? They say they're always saving the Earth. When I see them fight, it's just magical people fighting magical villains. Then nature and regular people pay the price for their collateral damage. Couldn't they use their powers for more pressing issues? Better yet, couldn't we have heroes that aren't moon charged, but are just regular people doing the hard work of really saving the Earth? Reflect. What if we had gotten Sarah Michelle Gellar as a celebrity? Wouldn't a Buffy makeup line be awesome? And, Willow would be cool? Ara looks baffled by the conversation. Moral opinions on magical girls aside, I lean into Ara, whisper distance. Ara, you really don't think I would have approved something like this, would you? I suppose not, considering you're not in charge of it for once. Dimly, I get the sense I'm getting glared at, and it's not just from my manager. I turn my attention back to Anna Lee as Ara glides back over to her side. Regardless of your personal feelings, the reason we're here is to offer our prospective customers free samples of the sentimentality line. Oh, like Sentinels, but also like sentiment. Oh. The employees, of course, get first pick. Perhaps that'll change your mind. We start to open up the samples Anna Lee presented us with. Admittedly, the formula for this line seems really solid. The eyeshadow glides over my eyelid, and the lipstick's creamy base feels great to apply. I take a glance over at Lise, who can't help but crack a smile. Lise, are you trying on the makeup your way again? You know it. Goodness gracious, what on earth are you doing to your face? Did you know that flamingos use an oil secreted from their butts to keep their pink feathers from fading in the sun? It's like rouge. This pink reminds me of that. How ridiculous. I thought you trained these girls. Ma'am, we do. This hire just has unique taste. You bet she's unique. I would look forward to her next look. The way she does eyeliner is totally the future. makeup's not even near her eyes. I like to make pretty leaves on my cheeks, like I'm hiding in the jungle. Yeah, all right. Well, that certainly was a demonstration of our makeup. I count on my weirdo Lees to brighten up a bad situation. A demonstration of what not to do. Now our manager looks like he's about to pass out. You know what? Good. Did I do it wrong? I'm so sorry. This is just such a special occasion, and she was very excited to try on everything. Are you an idiot? What do I pay your salary for? Image is power, and this is not the glamour pop image. She's so scary and pretty. Lees looks like she might faint or develop an unhealthy fixation. Will she get fired? I should do something. Signal Aura for help. I make eyes at Aura. Help us. I think she gets it. Creativity and self-expression are hearts of my image, which is on this brand. So I say she can use the makeup however she wants. Is that so? Annalie seems to cool off. I mouth thank you to Aura, who gives me a look that says, you owe me. I guess this strange girl can stay. And Annalie turns to the manager. But you're fired. What? I must get to my next meeting. Aura, come along. Other stores are expecting us, after all. Expect shipments with more sample packages inside. We'll be distributing these to our customers over the next couple of days. I mean, this does sound like a... This is like the nitty-gritty actual conversation that opens right before the premise of a Sailor Moon episode starts. My manager opens the door for Annalie and Aura as they walk out. He looks utterly defeated. Aura glances back at me at the last moment. I give her a look as if to say, we're talking about this later. Lees nudges me. Life flashed before my eyes. Thank you for your help back there. Anytime. Annalie sure is a firecracker. The day just got started, but I feel like I just got off a roller coaster. That's when I see Alistair come crawling around the corner. What does he want now? A key! Wait, it's too late. Lees is showering Alistair with pets. He seems to accept them, so I wait a moment. It's a long moment. Lees, shouldn't you watch the register? Oh my gosh, I forgot about my job. Lees is great. Alistair, what are you doing here? I don't think seeing Aura on today of all days was an accident. Oh, so he saw Aura walk out. Something of fate is in the air. Akiko, you should call the others, yeah. Really? I don't think they want to hear from me. You can't ignore my magical cat senses. They are never wrong. Can your magical cat senses mend years of tense silence and resentment? Oh, don't be so dramatic. I'm not going to call them. To be honest, I don't even have their numbers. It's that, or you may find a hairball on your pillow later. Gather the sentinels. Fine. It has been a long time. I don't even know how to start finding the sentinels again. Jackie? Yeah, Jackie wouldn't scream and run away at the sight of me. I think. I'll drop in on the gym where she trains. Hopefully she's there. I'm just going to appease Alistair. Then it's back to regular old boring life. I mean, we started asking for villains to fight, so... Also, hey, didn't we have a job? Okay. Oh, okay. I guess it's one of those morning jobs. After making it home, I feed Alistair an early dinner and touch up my makeup before heading back out. If I'm to find Jackie, the best place to start would be the Golden Glove Gym. Jackie practically lived there back when we were still in high school. I'm hoping that's still the case now. Take the path I know best, through Cove Park, and expect to be tied up with anxious feelings of doubt. But instead, something about the walk there begins stirring up old memories. Even though there were quite a few changes, the path remains largely the same, and I feel an odd comfort in that. Would Jackie be the same? Of course she would. What am I thinking? Even in the earliest days before she even had her sentinel ring, She fought tooth and nail to become the woman she always knew she was. That never changed, even when her opponent was her own family. She had always known what she wanted out of life, and we respected her for being so grounded. Grounded. Oh, there were definitely times where she was more spaced out than me. She was still always there for us, even when she was still... you know what? It's not the voice, it's the reading. Still, she was always there for us when we needed her the most. All the more reason why I feel terrible looking back and seeing how little I've kept up with her. She never failed to call for holidays, or my birthday. Despite that, I even lost her number. Man, why am I so bad at this? I really need one of those new cell phones with caller ID. Not that I can afford a new phone anytime soon. Weighing the options of a Nokia versus a flip phone, not a Nokia flip phone, I arrive at the gym in no time. The Golden Glove is still open, but it's nearly vacant save for 2 people. In the center of the ring, I spot Jackie wearing mitts and catching punches from a little girl I haven't seen before. After you break my guard, I want you to land 2 body shots at me as hard as you can. After that, I'm going to swing, and I need you to roll and repeat the pattern. I got it this time, coach. I'm ready. Oh, kid voices. I've done this to myself. That's the thing. Then show me. Let's go. This new girl starts to throw a flurry of punches that Jackie catches with her mitts. Every so often, she lets a few slip by her, allowing Leela to hit her in the same spots. Jackie isn't just standing there and taking it either. Every so often, she quickly swipes her mitt at Layla's head to punish, but each time, Layla smoothly ducks and rolls out of the way. That's it. That's how you do it. I'm a ring guy. I'm a corner man. I'm a corner gal. Keep your head moving and the pressure on. An opponent will get desperate, making it easier for you to pry open their guard. Coach Martinez, you said this would help me against taller people because it's supposed to lower their chin. How come yours isn't lowering? You'll have to hit harder if you want to lower my chin. What's important is that we build your confidence. You're young. Strength will come later. I would feel pretty confident if I knew I could knock someone down in one hit. I bet you would. You have to trust me on this one. Techniques make a better foundation for confidence than strength ever will. But if it makes you feel any better, I'm pretty sure this might bruise in the morning. Layla doesn't take long to bask in praise before she notices and points at me with her glove. Coach Martinez, there's a weirdo watching us. Weirdo? Huh? Jackie is surprised when she turns to see me awkwardly standing at the foot of the ring. She must have really been focused if she didn't notice me till now. Oh hey, that's one of my weirdos. Hey. I don't know. Yep, good. Hey yourself, stranger. What are you doing here? What, I can't visit my friend? Friends usually call ahead. You caught me all gross and sweaty. Well, you see... you forgot my number, didn't you? I'm sorry! Who's the weirdo, coach? Again with the weirdo. Alright, Layla, this is Akiko. Akiko is an old friend of mine from back when we were in high school. Layla stares intensely at me as though she were trying to puzzle me out. An old friend and weird hair. Starlight? Huh? Layla! I knew it. I'm right. Jackie, what the hell? Whoa, hold on. I didn't tell her anything. I'm very smart. My daddy even says so. I already knew Coach Martinez's soul. Jackie, why? It wasn't on purpose. You might not recognize her since it was a while ago, but Layla was someone I rescued back when we were saving the world. It was so cool. You were fighting monsters on a bridge and they were going all whack, wham, pow. It was so crazy. One of the monsters hit the car that Daddy and I were in and went foom over the side. Daddy bumped his head, but I didn't. I wore my seatbelt. Oh, but we were sinking. But then we stopped sinking because we were in a giant bubble, and then bang, the coach came in and busted our window and dragged us out. Wait a minute. Can we please get back to the part where your father bumped his head while falling off a bridge? He's alive, right? Huh? Daddy's way too tough to die, silly. He just went to sleep for a bit. Jackie rolls her eye and sighs. So apparently her father knew my Tio, and out of sheer coincidence, she joined our gym in about the same year as our breakup. She, Never seems to have forgotten my face, I guess. Layla gasps. You dated Starlight Sentinel? Layla, the team. We're talking about when the team disbanded. Oh, I get it. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. What's that supposed to mean? Okay, hold on. It was there dealing with the monster and was nowhere near you. How did you figure out who I am? Oh, that's easy. Coach has no social life, so you had to be one of them. Layla! It's true, though. You're either here, hanging out with that biker girlfriend of yours, or going to concerts for that Ara lady. Biker girlfriend? Is that what you think? They're just my friend. Look, you can ask. Jackie stops mid-sentence and Layla begins to mock her with kissy noises. Jackie claps her hands suddenly. Gee, would you look at the time, Layla? How about you finish off the day with some jump rope before your father gets here? But, hop to it. Layla nearly trips over herself as she runs off without question. She can be a handful, but she's got a good heart. So what about you, fearless leader? What have you been up to? Surviving. I work at a makeup store now, and I'm trying not to drown from the rent while I figure out what I want to do with my life. Makeup store, huh? That suits you. Good for you. Huh? You making fun of me? It's a retail nightmare. I'm not. You're always big on makeup, so it's nice that you get to work somewhere that suits one of your interests while you're figuring things out, right? It's nice to know we have something in common now. What do you mean? Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Are you sure? Ah, you know that kid packs more punch than I give her credit for. Hey, how about one of those good old-fashioned Starlight patch-me-ups? I sigh to myself, knowing that I'm not going to pull more out of Jackie when she gets evasive. I look around to see if anyone else is in the gym, when I see that we are alone, I nod my head. Alright, fine. Show me where it hurts. Mostly the sides, here and there. I lower myself down to get a good look and place my hand where she guides me. Jackie's breath hitches when she feels the touch. I forgot about this part. It used to tickle. I don't know how you could forget. I had to heal you more than anyone else on the team. Yeah, that's what happens when your confidence leads with strength and not technique. I see. I could make out the damage Jackie was referring to. It was subtle and still fresh, but I've played the role of healer a lot. Now this takes me back. Noticing when something was off came naturally after I had enough experience. I wonder when it went wrong. Not that I don't appreciate your attention, but are you going to start soon, or...? Huh? I snapped out of my little daydream and noticed my magic was acting up. There was supposed to be bright light coming from my fingertips. That's not supposed to happen. What's wrong, Akiko? My light is dim. It's supposed to be way brighter than this. What? Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Look. I try straining my magic some more, but the light never glows any brighter. Oh, that is weird. Is it helping at least? Do you feel it? Kinda? It's a little tingly. Maybe my tickle tolerance has gone up? Alistair warned me something strange was going on. This must be it. Jackie, have you had any issues with your magic? I haven't touched it in ages, Akiko. Mine's a little dangerous to be throwing around in retirement, especially if your healing isn't working too well. I really don't want to bust open another punching bag for this. Those are pricey. You know mine is kind of fickle anyways. You're better off asking everybody else. Besides, if the little dude says something's up, he's usually right. I try my best to hold back a groan. I know I had an I told you so waiting for me when I got home. More than that, this was not how I pictured meeting up with everyone again. Fine. I guess I have some phone calls to make. Do you think that maybe you could? Missing their numbers too? Yeah. Don't worry, I got you. Jackie runs across the gym and pops open a door leading to an office. I mean, on the one hand, I get how you fall apart from the people you were closest with. Like, when you investing in your own life and your own interests takes you in different directions, and it's sad, but like sometimes it's healthy. But also this moment of just like when you get together with the crew and it's just like, right, this is my crew, this is my family. Like I think there is like, yeah, obviously this is telling a story that I think would be familiar to like me and other people in my sort of age group, although I don't want to talk about how old I am and how this is definitely before where I'm at. But you know, ideas of like, you know, you got your good friend, you got your found family when like, yeah, no matter how long you've been apart, the day you show up, they still got your back. You know, a certain loyalty and care is not lost with time. It does not degrade. I think that is that alone is like an important message that something a story like this could carry. You know, that is a thing. I'm not on camera, so I'm not locked on the way I normally am, but like that is honestly a story I would love to see told more. That's a lesson I kind of had to learn in my own life of just like, yeah, if you have friends who like kind of need the constant connection in order to like sort of stay friends and to keep a positive view of you, then like those aren't necessarily good friends. Like to me, like a friend is somebody who the best friends are the ones who like won't step away. Like when you say, hey, what's good, I could use your attention, they will have it for you. They will find some way to make time for you, or you know, they'll work you in between. And it's just like, yeah, like what's good, you call for me and I'll be there. And it's just like, yeah, even though you haven't called for me in years or whatever, it's just like, yeah, what's good. You know, it is something that, yeah, I think that's, you know, why the idea of like found families is not just who you spend all your time with, but it's like, you know, maybe I know I'm very lucky with my family and I'm close to, you know, at least sort of like my nuclear family, but even a couple of, you know, the cousins and whatever, we're at least on friendly terms. But there's definitely that like, yeah, like there's a thing about like the kind of fraternal bond is one that is just like implicit. It's just like, yeah, it's there, you know. And like sometimes families are bad at being families, but that's why found family makes sense. Sometimes you find those friends where it's just like, oh yeah, I've been so busy that I haven't called you in like 3 years, and then out of the blue it's a Christmas card, and it's just like, hell yeah, anytime I see you, you are still family, you know. Like it doesn't even have to go through waves. It is just it becomes like background facts of the universe. It's just like, yes, these people are my family. If I am ever in need, I can call upon them. That doesn't mean we hang out all the time, but it is that just like we are bound and can rely on each other in a certain way, you know. I'm kind of making myself tear up a little bit thinking about this. Oh boy. Okay. Story. Oh yeah, like continuing with the story isn't going to make that worse somehow. You know what? It's a good thing. I really want to take a break to get a coffee, but let's go a little longer, and then it'll be worth running ads again. I can hear her scrambling for a few things here and there, but soon enough she comes out with a piece of paper and hands it to me. Here, this should be all of our numbers. Once Layla gets picked up, I'll be good to go. Just give me a call when you figure out where and when and where. But for now, I gotta get back to her training. We got time. Ditch the rope, Layla. Oh, we got time. Ditch the rope, Layla. Let's take it back to the bag. Same routine as earlier. Show me how you're going to be champ. Yes, coach. Layla straightens up, tidying up her footwork. She releases a barrage of punches upon the training bag. Right. Thank you, Jackie. I guess I should head out then. Hopefully I'll see you soon. After saying my goodbyes, I take one last look around the gym and wave to Layla before I leave. There's an element of like, these people are good, and it seems like your life is, unless you are working nonstop, which I feel like you would have a slightly different tenor. Although maybe not, right? There's a... If you look at Usagi in Sailor Moon, she's got there's a way that I've always identified with her because she's got sleepy bitch disease. But in a way where it's like she has this mix of, I don't want to do anything, I want to sleep all day. And I look at, like, if you look at just that, I've learned it's like, oh, that's what I have. And for me, that's like, it took me a long time to realize, like, oh, that's a depression talking. That's the dark voice from the base of my skull that says, hey, let's waste away into nothingness. And that's not good. But for Usagi, it was always combined with I love my friends, I love to have fun, I want to, there's always like a positivity. Like if you do drag her out, she is sort of, she's a sparkly one. I don't know if I ever really had that. You'd have to ask my friends. I don't know if I ever sparkled quite like that. But like that's and that's the thing, right? That's the kind of thing that would almost make it work, because when you have that mix, if there is like sort of a depression and anxiety underwriting a lot of your personality and like the decisions on how you, if it is there and it is strong enough that it does like sort of guide your life and make things harder, where you end up at like struggling to pay rent at a dead-end job rather than sort of like pursuing a career, that's something that I definitely feel. So it's almost worse if you have that mix of like, oh, I'm also bubbly when you do get a hold of me, because it masks it. And it's just like, oh yeah, if you don't have friends constantly keeping you in that like bubbly active state when you're left to your own devices and you sort of like are given the independence to guide yourself, that's when that dark voice from the base of your skull, which just sounds like sleepiness, takes over, and it can like, sink your life. It becomes a weight around your ankles and around your neck, Why am I getting serious all of a sudden? Maybe I bet that side into the feeling of really wanting to go get another cup of coffee. I text the former sentinels to meet me at the park. I scope out a place that's empty, so we won't be overheard. Magical Girl 101, keep your identities and intel secret. Too bad our old hideout was destroyed when Solaire lured the treacherous tango dancers right to us. He used the wrong card from his magical deck and blew the whole place up. Okay. Solaire? Oh, I hope you never meet him. Ever. Probably a sort of tuxedo mask-alike. I guess we're gonna meet him. Ever. I'm furious. Ugh. Anyway, you did send the message out, right? Pages have been sent all around. I wonder what Ara will be wearing today. Not this again. Mercifully, someone has arrived before I hear another rhyming ode to Ara. Looks like Ara and Jackie are here first. I caught her on the way in. She's hard to miss. I'll take that as a compliment. Miranda, aka Sentinel Nova, arrives next. She still has that glow about her. Her specialty was creating things out of stardust, and then exploding them. She was never the most talkative member of the group, but she always pulled more than her weight. Yani Keiko Kako? I don't know my katakana well enough. Hey everyone. Long time no see. Miranda nods awkwardly. Yeah, it's kind of partially my fault for not seeing her. Best not to shine too bright a light on that. Jackie and Miranda share a brief but friendly wave. Those two never were super close. Ara bounces forward to her. Miranda, how's work going? Oh, where do you work now? You didn't know? Typical. You didn't know where I worked until this morning. I wouldn't say that's my fault. Come on, you two. Akiko, I'm working at a wood shop these days. It's good. I really wanted to put our magic days behind us, so I was surprised that you called. It's hard thinking back on those times. I don't want to say I wouldn't have. She wouldn't have, but let's not say that. Let's not give them the ammo to put our ass on blast. I'd love to see what you're working on. Yeah, being a magical girl was hard on all of us. That's not what I'm... You're not... Never mind. Let me just get to what this is all about. You never told me how you felt. You never talked to me. How could I know? I always asked. I wanted to help protect... Just stop there. Let's not bring up the past. Oh boy. Alright. Why are we here? So that's almost everyone, but there's still someone missing. Sentinel Perigi, our awkward little bubble girl. It's not like her to be late. So, does anyone know if KJ got the memo? She probably won't come. They hate all of us now. They? Oh, I guess if you haven't seen them in a few years, you wouldn't know. KJ realized they're not a girl about 2 years ago. They don't want to be called girl or she. Just show them the same respect that you've shown me. Alright, I'll try to remember. So, they are still going by KJ, yeah? They are still going by KJ, yeah? Yeah. Well, they're still our shy little Perigis. I'll accept them no matter. Someone pulls up on a motorbike. Weird. I don't know what someone would be doing here at this hour. The stranger dismounts and walks towards the group. They remove their helmet. Oh my god. Hey there, handsome. Ugh. KJ? Hey, princess. Been a while. Huh? Sorry I'm late. I try my best to keep... Nope, this is normal voice. I try my best to keep composure over how different KJ is compared to when we were in high school. Wait, are those tattoos? Never mind. Composure lost. Are you feeling okay? You look a little out of it. You look amazing. Aw, thanks, princess. Yeah, after the Sentinel split up, I was left figuring out what I wanted to do with my life. Turns out the bigger question was not what I wanted to do, but who I wanted to be. Kinda always wanted tattoos, and a dress like this. Even back in the old days, I was just too chicken. Anyways, I don't think we all came here to hear my life story. I take it there's a problem? Alistair has been behaving really strangely during this conversation. He must be really anxious. Go on, tell them. Has anyone else noticed their magic failing? I haven't tried using my magic recently. I have been feeling more exhausted than usual. But that might be because of my new schedule. I've been a lot busier since I started working on the sentimentality line. The what? I'll let someone fill you in on that later. Anyone else? Have you tried using your magic lately? No, but... Miranda sighs and holds out her hand, palm upwards. Specks of dust begin to stream from her fingertips, materializing out of thin air. They swirl around her hand with an ethereal glimmer, before disappearing in a tiny, controlled explosion. Seems fine? I would check, but I don't want to hurt anyone here accidentally. There's a lot of trees around. Fire hazard. So I guess it's just me then. I mean, I can test it now, but do you want me to? I'd have to do it to one of you. You can do anything you want to me, Aura. Good. He's a little... Okay, I hate him. Good. He's a little I hate him. I don't want to hurt you. Angelically beautiful N cares about her friends. Oh, how I missed you. Alistair, first off, it's been years. Second off, you're a cat. It's never going to work. Don't speak on my behalf. Oh, she's down with the... Okay. I miss you too, kitty. Just because you're single and lonely doesn't mean you have to project onto me. Wow. Oh, I really missed you. Anyway, Aura, use your attack magic on me. I can take it. Didn't you literally just say your healing powers aren't working? Oh, right. Okay, I can still take it, but go easy. Unless you want to use the charming attack on... No. Miranda, cover your ears, okay? I know you have sensitive hearing. Wait, what? My hearing is perfectly normal. I don't need to be baby... Miranda gets cut off because Aura lets out a screeching high note. Quietly. But not so quiet that it doesn't send a shockwave of pain through my skull. Ow, 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 ow. I said, go easy on me. When I look over back at her, Ara is staring at me like I'm a ghost. I did. That should have knocked you out. That should have knocked you out if you were defending. You weren't. That should have knocked you out if you were defending. You weren't, and it still barely did anything. Huh? Was I supposed to be doing something? Nobody gave me the usual order to defend someone while they did something stupid. Knock me out? That's not going easy. And why are you always trying to tell me what to do? It would only have been for a few seconds. I can handle a little nut. Also, that's still a foul play, even if it didn't work out. No one is letting me talk. Girls, let's stay on track here. All right, I see why they broke up. You know what? Some of these people here are jerks. I ain't gonna lie. Some of these people need to take a deep look inside and realize that r/they are the asshole. And I don't even use Reddit. Not a girl. Go. Listening to this squabble is giving me a hairball. Please, let's not have it come to that. Although, it's better than him hooking one up at home. The point is, something is deeply wrong with magic. And if we keep fighting amongst each other, we'll never get to the bottom of this. The group looks around at each other, unsure. Alice is right, but can we really work together? Some of us have changed so much. Yeah, meet, learn, bond now. Y'all have a very real, clearly there's some stuff that y'all need to work out about, unresolved feelings. Can be done. And also you have a common goal here, which really puts you so far ahead of, other people who need to, try and fast track bonding. I almost said bondage. Having a weird day this evening. Y'all got this. Some of us haven't. I look at Ara, and she raises her eyebrows back at me, as if to ask, what? Could this just be a fluke? This isn't a lot to go on. Personally, I prefer it this way. Never liked my powers. Not about liking your powers or not. If magic in general is in danger, we need to protect it. Yeah. We need to stop arguing and do something about the problem at hand. Our opinions on magic don't have to change just to investigate if there is an issue. We should still check it out just to make sure no one is getting hurt. Sometimes you just gotta get into the ring. Jackie's corny line aside, she has a point. Can everyone at least agree to look into it a little? Keep their eyes and ears open? Begrudgingly, the team nods along. Okay then, let's keep alert and keep in touch. I hope this is just some fluke, but maybe an excuse to see everyone again isn't so bad. We all leave for the night. Maybe a little worse for the wear. I let Ara take the reins on explaining the Sentinel makeup line to Jackie, KJ, and Miranda later on. And somehow, I doubt that conversation will be hunky-dory. What a day. Or having a big product launch event would have been enough to make a momentous day in a string of normally dull ones, but then Ara was our celebrity guest. And it didn't stop there. It's been so long since I've been to the Golden Glove, catching up with Jackie, then magic failing, seeing the whole team together, and how much they've all changed. Miranda, especially KJ. It's so much to take in. My brain is swirling. And not in a fun soft serve ice cream kind of way. I would ruin some soft serve right now. What time is it? We got a bunch of ice cream places around. The one that I would probably go to, I do not know when they close. If it's 8, I could make it there. But I'm streaming. But ice cream. Is there really something wrong with magic? Will I be able to reconnect with my old teammates without making the rift between us worse? Will we be able to come together again as a team? My mind is racing about the future. The future! The future! What is it going to bring this time? It was scary before when I was just worrying about next month's bills, but now it feels even worse. Am I even half the Sentinel Starlight I once was? There is some crisis. Will I be able to conquer it this time? My head is throbbing with all this worrying. My eyes are heavy. Better get some rest. That night, I had the most amazing dream. Honestly, most of my dreams lately have been kind of dull or stressful. Doors that won't open, running but can't move. The usual life is stressing me out kind of dreams. But not this one. I feel warm and full of joy. It's like living through a movie of some of the Sentinel's greatest hits. Like the time Sentinel Aurora, or Boyoung, lulled a Hydra to sleep with her singing. We went into the sewers beneath the Diamond Cove, and she was so grossed out, but she put on a beautiful performance anyway. That's the thing about Boyoung. She's very opinionated and butts heads a lot, but you can rely on her when it really counts. At least, so I hope she still is. Before I can dwell too long on the present, my dream takes me to another memory. I dream of the time we'd been through a rough couple of weeks. We were all stressed out and exhausted. Sentinel Nova used her exploding stardust to cheer us all up with an impromptu fireworks display on the roof of the school. She's not very talkative, but she cares deeply about making people happy. And then I dream of our geeky Sentinel Perigee. Perigee? I want to say pedigree, but that's not it. Wow, yeah, that's a change. Honestly, both looks are good. IMO, whichever one makes her happy, that's great. Them happy? KJ always felt out of place on the team. Their invincible bubble saved us from collapsing buildings, toxic gas, mind control. Then somebody else had to defeat the bad guys. I wish KJ knew how much we loved them as a Sentinel and a friend. I really hope this self-reinvention isn't coming from a negative place. And finally, we have Jackie, Sentinel Soul. I've never known anyone stronger in my whole life, both physically and emotionally. There are few things more satisfying in this world than catching a villain monologuing and then, bam, a Jackie red-hot fist to the face. She's always the first one in a fight and the last one out. She likes to keep things simple, though I sometimes wonder if things with her are more complicated than she lets on. And there's me. At first, discovering I'm from another planet scared me so much, as it would anybody, I guess. My role as the last princess of this... My role as the last princess of the Serentia royal family, born guardians of truth and justice, seemed like big shoes I could never fill. But I did. After many years of victory and defeats, I realized I'd grown into somebody both my adoptive and birth parents would be proud of. And then, that chapter of my life ended. But the years kept coming, and I found myself stuck in a loop and unsure of what to do. How do you top saving the world? Does it all just get worse from here? I wish I could go back to those simpler days. Life made sense. I knew my purpose. I had friends. I never want to lose that joy again. Beep, 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 beep. My alarm clock pops my dream like a balloon. I lay there for a while, staring up at the ceiling. Seeing everyone again, seeing the makeup line, really flipped a switch somewhere inside of me. Alistair nags me out of bed. At least some things never change, and I hurry to work. Okay, that is a chapter break if I've ever seen one. I want to take 3 minutes to see if there's any coffee left in the pot, and then we will do a bit more. I hadn't considered. Honestly, here, I'm going to bring it up big. Hey, everybody, you can see my wonderful animated face. I want to upgrade this. I do like using the sort of, not VTuber. I don't want to use that word, but using the reactive avatar rig, whatever. PNG Plus. This is what I like using these days. This is really cool so far. This is actually resonating with me more than it would have. For being a free game, I'm a little worried about how short it is, and I wouldn't want to. If it's free and you're digging this so far, you should go out and grab it. I would hate to sort of do the whole thing without letting people go experience it for themselves. Make different choices, see what happens. Burpee, excuse me. But yeah, so I was kind of already worried that this would be a little bit shorter just for the nature of a free VN. But also just remembering, like, right, I have to do voicing. So to not overstress my voice, this will probably also be shorter. We'll do at least a little more. As soon as I come back with a refreshed hot drink, everybody stick around, don't go nowhere. If you're watching the archive, you will barely even notice. Alrighty, be right back. All right, we're back, and it's time for work. Is it time to retire yet? Alistair, what are you doing here?
I came to check on you. Now that we know something is happening with your magic, what if something else is wrong with you? You have a fever?
I'm a little tired, I guess, but I'm fine.
Do you remember how your job works? Do you know where we are right now? Do you know your name?
I'm Akiko, Lost Princess of Serentia, and retired magical girl. I work at this retail hell known as Glamour Pop, where I sell makeup. Did I pass?
Yes, but don't let your guard down. Make sure you touch base with everyone, too. Now that you've reconnected with your magical girl teammates, you have a chance to hang out with them after work.
So I'm guessing / hoping that there is going to be like a choice element of like who we're hanging out with. I'll just hang out with Jackie all the time. You think I won't? Although legit, to be honest, I think I already forget the name. The blue one. I think we should hang out with the blue one because apparently their big thing is they feel like they were never heard. So going out of my way to make sure to like meet up with them and just like really listen to them first, I think would be healthy. I'm not exhausted from work, that is.
Great. If you have a good day at work, you'll have extra energy to visit friends afterwards. If customers are extra terrible today, you might not have energy to visit multiple people.
Be careful about what I say to the customers.
Good luck.
Oh, are we having gameplay? Oh, gosh. Welcome to Glamour Pop. How can I help you? I should have just made it put my name instead of Akiko because I'm just doing me anyway. Hello. I want to buy something for my daughter's birthday. She's never worn makeup before. Is there something here that's child-friendly? Of course. Let me think. Something good for kids. I mean, yeah, the kids. I wouldn't really offer eyeshadow for kids, but it's in the kids' corner. We don't have much, but we have some makeup specifically for kids. This palette has a lot of fun colors for her to experiment with. How cute. Let's go with this. Awesome. The customer left with a big smile. I'm more exhausted than usual. Guess I'm feeling some side effects from the magic disappearing, too. I don't think I can hang out with anyone today, like Alistair said. But I can do it tomorrow. Wow, is that really? Working with the customers today was exhausting. They're always a bit demanding, aren't they? I'm glad to be home. I guess nothing really strange happened today. That's a good sign. Perhaps all this stuff with magic was just a hiccup. Whoops! Oh. That's a... Ah! Okay.
Meow.
Yes, Alistair, I know you have your magical cat senses or whatever, but...
Meow.
Alistair? Is something wrong? Got another hairball stuck?
Meow.
Why aren't you talking? Are you giving me the silent treatment again?
Meow.
I keep going too big.
Meow.
This is because I didn't get the salmon flavored treat. I told you they were all sold out. Wait, can you not talk at all? Uh-oh. This is really, really bad. This never happened before. Ever. And unprecedented events in the life of a former magical girl are not a good sign. Better call the team up, even if they won't like it. Sorry, I've got my coffee and it's hitting the spot. We all arrive and cram into our old high school classroom. Akiko, tell us, what's so important that you need to call an emergency meeting for the second day in a row? And in our musty old classroom? Well, I admit it brings back memories. It does, but it's a little spooky at night, and ghosts are my natural enemies. Ghosts? They aren't punchable. Your fists would fly right through them. Jackie's the best. Miranda, there it is. Is this going to be a regular thing? If so, I have to work around my schedule at the wood shop. It really is an emergency. Alistair, can you try talking again? You don't mean...
Meow.
I can't understand him at all anymore. His ability to speak is gone. No, not our funky little dude. Little Owl. I can still hear his voice.
Meow.
I mean, yeah, we can still hear his voice. It's more about comprehension. Maybe it's less about him not being able to communicate with us. More about us losing our ability to understand him. Why am I getting a text? People leave me alone. Leave Nick alone to stream challenge. Okay. Got an upcoming doctor's appointment. Who knew? Whoops. I tried using my healing powers on him to see if it would help, but honestly, I still can't manage to get things working again. Alistair crawls up into my lap. He seems exhausted from trying to communicate with us. Scratch behind the ears. I stroke behind his ears and he lets up on the constant meowing. Eventually, he drifts off. I admit, I was never your cat's biggest fan, but I do feel for him. All pitiful like that. Miranda offers me the jacket on her waist to use as a blanket, but I shake my head. This is escalating faster than we were expecting. We all know the signs. Unusual events always lead to some villain with a crazy plan. Can't just passively observe anymore. Finding out who is behind this needs to be our top priority. I mean, is this just what happens as magical girls age out? It's sad. It would be sad. It would break my heart, but it would also be like just kind of like a decent plot to investigate. Oh, one of my PNG portraits needs to be like sippy. What are my usual emotions? What emotions would I go through? I don't know. Doom is one of my emotions. I completely forgot that I had that as one of the costumes. Sorry. And honestly, it hurts not being able to understand him. He's snarky, cryptic, and a huge pain in my butt sometimes. But Alistair's my closest companion. Akiko, you're always looking out for others, leader. I know this is upsetting news, but just remember, we're here. Sup, nerds? Oh my god, he's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Joe, there's a Yugi in this game. There's a Yugi in this game. His hair, the two-layer thing, and also he's a card magician. And also he sucks. His introduction is he got a custom music sting and sup nerds. Oh god. This is important for Joe to know. Sup nerds and beautiful ladies. You? Not a lady, but you're still an asshole. Did you mean to say? Oh! They did the sunglasses drop thing? Oh my god. Good. I'm glad. They really set it up before, and they were right. Oh. Did you mean to say a sight for sore eyes? Yes. This is Solaire. I warned you about him. Useless man-baby who inherited some magical soul cards, or that's what he decided to call them, and Jackie, our sentinel soul, will never forget him. You only ever use them to try and pick up girls, feel cool, and get in our way. Yes, we dated. How? Why? Was it the hair? My impressionable young mind? Yes, I'm filled with deep shame and regret. No, I will not give you the details. Oh, hey there, boy young. I've been keeping a close eye on you. Ara suddenly turns pale. You know, now that you're famous, I'd consider giving us another chance. Absolutely not. Come on, it'd be good for your image. It would completely ruin my image. Hold up. What do you mean by another chance? Oh, Ara, you didn't. You did. Oh my god. I can tell Ara is dying inside. This game's pretty good. Let's just move on. Solaire slides up to Miranda. Oh, hey, no. Hey. Ready to make some crazy just trying to say hello to an old friend. We were never friends. Solaire slides away from Miranda. Solaire then slides up to Jackie, who gives him a not-so-friendly punch to the arm. He stumbles for a moment from the impact. How's it been, Solaire? Jackie is smiling at him, but not in a sweet way. Ow! I mean, nice jab, buddy. I barely tapped you. But anyways, that's what you get for naming your stupid cards soul cards. I should sue, honestly. He looks KJ up and down. Fuck off. I didn't know you expanded the team. Who's this femme fatale? Solaire. That's KJ. Behind his blank expression, I can see the cogs turning in his head. Whatever you're about to say, don't want to hear it. Why not? After all these years, I thought you'd love to finally hear a compliment from me. Jackie, sweetie, could you punch him again? Right in the nuts. Right in the nuts. Whoa there, Morticia. Take it easy. I know you'll change your mind eventually. He just never stops talking, does he? He claps his hands and looks at all of us like he's about to give a speech. I brace myself. Oh yeah, this is happening! This game's pretty good. Solaire's lack of self-awareness is too strong. Resistance is futile. It's so nice to see the dream team back together. My favorite magical ladies to back me up in my most excellently successful battles against evil. Miranda's eyes glaze over as he starts talking. Backing you up? You mean saving the world while you played card games behind us? That's rich coming from the cowardly bubble girl. KJ cracks her knuckles. Okay, Hedgehog, that's enough. I'm gonna wipe the grin right off your face. Jackie steps in and places a hand on KJ's shoulder. You know he's not worth it. KJ stares Solaire down for a few seconds, then backs off. I think he actually got intimidated by that. So, anyway, you may have heard they're making an anime of my exploits, which of course will stay faithful to the manga. The power of the cards, one boy's journey to manhood, fighting evil in 4 suits. Oh, that comic you drew about yourself and your wonderful soul cards? I remember that. He handed out photocopied books of his comic to the entire school. Okay, I know I've pulled my punches on the voices up until this point, but I can't underplay this dude, and it is going to kill me. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. The drawings were atrocious. Tell me you won't be tackling a whole anime with your level of artistic technique. Hey, the sales of my soul card collectible deck were really high last year. The sales will finance the anime, with some help from my trust fund. Jackie looks like she's about to crack the mention of soul cards again. I need to redirect his attention. Once he starts talking about this stuff, he never stops. Yeah, be direct. Solaire, why are you even here? I was getting to that, but first... No. Now. Right. I'm on spirit hunting duty. Any scary ghosts that haunt this sacred ground better peace out before I find them. Ghosts? Spirit hunting? I guess the school's always been pretty spooky at night. Jackie, there are no ghosts. He's an idiot. Well, actually... Please. No more tangents. Solaire looks at me with a pleading look, but I hold my ground. Anyway, my sweet nothings, I just came here to tell you to always believe in yourselves. He winked. God, he winked at us. Ugh. Feel the blaze, baby. See ya. With the flash of a card, he promptly explodes. Classic Solaire exit. That's a dude I'm gonna love to hate. Sometimes you like a dude that you love to hate. Is he gone yet? I blacked out for a second. How did he know where we were? He always had an uncanny sense for tracking us down. Also, why is his magic okay? Total unearned confidence and stupidity. I'll clock him in the face next time he interrupts us like that. Maybe Solaire's the reason for all of this. He's definitely a draining presence. I'd agree, but that's definitely wishful thinking. He's annoying, but he couldn't hurt a fly. I don't know. My ears hurt just listening to him. He always fumbled with his magical cards during battle and never managed to actually hit any of the enemies with them. In some ways, I actually feel bad for him. I don't. I really don't. Dweeb aside, I'm gonna keep looking into this. But I'm not exactly mourning the loss of my power. If it happens... Aura looks taken aback by this comment. Some of us actually still care about magic, and the team for that matter. I'm expecting everybody to be on their toes. I never said I didn't care about the team. And they can speak for themselves, you know? Right. Are these two always on such thin ice? I mean, yeah, probably, just less, less obtusely, less opaquely, more subtly. I make eye contact with Jackie Miranda. Jackie gives me a sympathetic smile, while Miranda shakes her head. Anyways, let's try to stay in touch more often. Maybe check up on a few of our old enemies? See what they're up to? We should make an effort to drop in on each other's schedules. Just for safety's sake, you know? The group nods in unison. I can sense some hesitation, though. Iko, I'd like to see the sentimentality makeup in person. I haven't seen it yet, either. Can't say I'm all that enthusiastic to see it. Still, we should swing by Akiko's store sometime. See what our magical girl work has turned into. Jackie, I promise you, you'll love it. Just give it a try. I mean, if you say so, Aura. Great. Now that that's decided, I'll be in contact. I'll do my best to check in with everybody. With that, we disperse. It's been a long day. I pass out as soon as I get home. Oh, the days are passing. Is there magic draining because we're approaching the new millennium? Dude didn't exactly have a millennium puzzle, but he did have a deck of magical cards on a necklace. No, I finally get to sleep in. When I get to work in the morning, there's a crowd that's gathered outside of the store entrance, which is blocked by a line of security guards. Excuse me, can you all let me through? No way! If anyone is seeing Aura, it's me! Right, I should have known. I better not get my pay docked if I'm late because of this. I mean, yeah, we work here. But I work here! Let me through! I have rent to pay!
Wait, does that mean you can help us meet Ara?
The fan grabs my wrists and stretches my arm out, and they scribble their number onto my skin. They yank me into the crowd behind them. With their help, I'm actually able to make it to the front.
Tell her to call me!
Sure. I show the security guards my employee ID, and they let me enter the store. Jeez, what a hassle. I hope this number washes off easily. I see now if there's like a thing later where I have to give a jerk a number, I hope I can give that one. I rush into the store and enter the employees only section, where I clock in just in the nick of time. That's me. When I return, I finally take a look at what's causing all of the commotion. Ara is posing in front of a colorful display that shows off the sentimentality line. She's smiling brightly with a mascara wand held up to her eyes. There's a flurry of camera flashes, then she switches to another pose. It is pretty mesmerizing to watch. She's radiating confidence, and she gives off the captivating, dreamlike aura that celebrities have. I never would have expected her to become an idol. But then again, I never put a lot of thought into what our personal futures would look like. Life after the Sentinels wasn't something I could really comprehend. It's part of the reason I didn't exactly plan out my future. I wonder, has Ara always been like this? Or was this over something she cultivated over the past few years? Watching her, I almost forget how irritated I am that she's agreed to model for this in the first place. I should really bring that up soon. I just want to say real quick here, like, the sort of like highly compressed and affected backgrounds I've sort of been thinking about, like, I don't know, I figure that's a way to like sort of spruce up stock photos to make them all sort of like fit together and create a vibe. But when we look at this image here, even though we're in the close-up, the fact that it's so low resolution and crunchy in this sort of portrait cut in, the CG, if you will, cinematic graphic, is that what that stands for? I don't know. I'm not a VN guy. Is absolutely like, now I'm like, oh, we are very specifically harkening back to like the especially like the Constant Border, but like the Sega Saturn era of visual novels, right? Like this is like a step up from SNES, I think, because on the SNES we would still be doing like really crisply created pixel artwork, right? This is from the era when we were just like beginning to digitize, and it still looked crunchy, but in that, you know, you look at this line art and like, oh yeah, this is like anti-alias. This is, we took hand-drawn images and crunched them down into something that would fit on the disc, right? And then we just made the dang old disc bigger, and that's how we solved that. It doesn't appeal to my nostalgia, but it just suddenly struck me that like, oh, we are that is part of like the vibe we are going for here, is aiming at that sort of era of VN nostalgia, which sure, why not? Oh, no ducks off my back. What? While this is going on, I don't have to deal with customers, at least. The shoot keeps going until we get closer to our delayed opening time, and Lise and I do menial operations around the store. Anna Lee occasionally appears to monitor the shoot, and Lise hides in the back to avoid her. When it seems to be over, Ara heads over to me. I'm so tired. I wish I could take a nap. Smiling for cameras and holding makeup products is hard? Harder than you think. You try looking excited about nothing for hours. It's emotionally exhausting. I'd still take it over dealing with rude customers any day. By the way, I never congratulated you on becoming an idol. You're just like TTJ now. I'm not quite there yet, but thank you. What else have you been up to while I've been gone? Other than the whole idol thing. Other than that, not much. Nothing that you can't find in a magazine article anyways. What about you? Anything new other than your job? I'm trying my best to survive out here. I used to think that saving the world would be my greatest obstacle. Now it's just rent. Well, these things were a lot more straightforward when we were kids. It's nice to remember the old times, right? I've been feeling particularly nostalgic recently myself, so I'm glad I've been able to see everyone together again. Although, who would have thought, after everything that happened, we'd be at such different places in our lives? We saved the world, and now I'm a superstar and you're here? Wow, that's kind of condescending. How can she act like she's all that when she used the Sentinels to get where she is? I still need to talk to her about why she even agreed to do this campaign in the first place. Maybe now is as good a time to bring it up as any. Ooh, we could do it. I think we need to. This is some Dale Carnegie stuff. It's like, no, we want to sort of maybe endear her to us a bit more and be like, it's like, oh, make her feel bigger by sort of making ourselves feel smaller. Would she be the kind to? Like, I don't think it's that she's self-centered, but she is very sort of in her own head. Might be able to say she's up her own ass. I don't think that would be incorrect, but I'm trying to be a little more generous than that. Just like, do I clash heads with her again, or do we have this little bonding moment, open her up to her, make her sort of feel good, make her feel close, and then maybe that'll butter us up and let us have that conversation a little later on terms where it might not push her away and we can actually have it, that's what I'm feeling here. I guess I've been feeling lost lately. How so? I mean, obviously I don't want to be working in retail. I don't really have any direction in life right now. So I just sort of ended up here. I see. Actually, I get what you mean about feeling lost. You do? But you're literally famous now. You didn't get here without having some sense of direction. Not exactly. How should I put it? As Sentinels, we were symbols of hope and justice. We saved the entire world multiple times. After we all parted ways, I felt like I didn't have a purpose anymore. I felt useless and I didn't know what to do. All I had left was my singing. When I got the opportunity to become an idol, I took it. I know you might not agree with my decision to create Aura from Sentinel Aurora. AJ thinks I'm a sellout for it. But the Sentinels were the most important thing in the world to me. I want to incorporate that part of myself into my music. Sentinel Aurora is my identity. I should be able to use it however I want to. What about the makeup line? That's not just your image. That's not just your image. It's all of ours. You know the Wait, hold up. You know the Sentinels are public domain. Remember the Dolls of Us? The shitty anime? Solar Sentinel Crystal. That's me. That's my weeb burn for the evening. Okay, actually, real talk aside, I do want to go and watch that because even though I think it is lost all of the charm in like artistic direction from the original series, and it is trying to be more faithful to the plot of the manga, which I also thought had like a lot less charm and room to breathe, and just the focus what I thought was not as preferable. I am really curious because if Crystal was made to be like, yeah, we're just gonna do like a one season remake, if they're leaning into we end at the end of arc 1, I'm curious how that feels as like an overall plot pacing kind of thing. If you want to know more of my thoughts about Sailor Moon, you can wait for the season 2 episode of Deep in the Weebs, ditw.carrd.co. and our anime podcast, and I'll end up talking about Sailor Moon there. Don't worry about it. I'm plugging. Yeah, I have a Patreon. You can give me $1. I need to get better at telling people about my stuff. You like silly T-shirts? I make silly T-shirts. There's like a GM, and he's sitting at a table with dice behind the screen because it's like the GM screen. Listen, I please think I'm cool. No. It's fine. I think I'm cool, and that's all that matters. Wait, hold up. Oh, am I being real yet? I refuse to, consider. Slurp? I like the anime! Whoops. Of course you did. You were the main character. Anyways, I know the makeup line is kind of messed up. But I didn't agree to this without thinking about it first. A significant percentage of the profits will go to kids who need it. Maybe more if I can convince Anna Lee that it'll increase business. With me around, I can make sure the money is going to the right places, and I can make sure they don't slander our names. I guess I wasn't thinking about what reasons you might have for doing this. I thought you were being selfish. You never were good at taking my point of view into consideration. That came out wrong. Sorry. I don't know what's gotten into me. I really do appreciate you hearing me out. Boom! See? You make the connection, and then people give you a little more leeway. It's okay. I get it. The last 2 days have been sort of crazy. Why am I tearing up at watching them having this? I love to see, like, healthy relationships where it's like, yes, people get emotional. We have emotions as humans. That is a thing that happens. But, like, remembering to apologize when you're being shitty should be baseline behavior. It's just like, no, I'm being shitty and I apologize for that. Even if, you know. And I will try to not be that shitty. I'm sorry it happens. I try to avoid it, and I slip, you know? Humans slip. That's... Nobody's nerfect. Which, whenever I say it, feels like Homer's Odyssey. Now I'm just staring into my coffee. What? I didn't... Like, I knew this game was going to be the, like, hey, you know, modern era... millennials hitting middle age kind of themes or whatever, so like obviously it was going to hit me kind of heavy, but I did not expect it to hit me this heavy where I'm just going to be, you know, I'm real close to stare on a dock and look out at a green light across the lake kind of territory, you know. I don't like The Great Gatsby, but whenever I think about sitting on a dock, that's the dock I think about. Well, except for the one time we was on a lake. We were at the I was at the lake house of a friend. A weird way of putting it, considering that friend is my partner. Where am I going with this? I was sitting on a dock. I was like, I could use a hot dog right now, and then we got hot dogs, and it was cool. Video game. Well, I don't want our reunion to start off on the wrong foot. Let's start over? You want to talk about our feelings? No. But nice try. Lee's approaches Ara nervously. Hi, Annalie says she needs you for an interview immediately? She said emphasis on immediately? Please hurry, she's so scary and pretty but scary. That's, yeah. Oh, okay, I'll be right there. Ara smiles at you and waves. See you later, Akiko. Time for work. Oh, it's work time. Time to retire yet. Hi. Welcome to Glamour Pop. How can I help you?
Hello. I've never been in one of these stores before.
Oh, is there a reason why you're visiting for the first time?
I'd like to buy something for my wife. It's our 30th anniversary soon. So, I don't know much about any of this. I'd like to hear your suggestion, young lady.
Sure, I'm happy to help. Something an older woman would appreciate. Lickable body glitter. Sophisticated skincare brand? Yeah, sophisticated skincare. Yeah, skincare, yeah, I think that'd be good. This skincare brand is top of the line. It has age-reversing wrinkle technology.
What? Are you trying to say my wife is old? I think my wife is as beautiful as she is.
Of course she is. I was just trying to say. He left in a huff. That was unexpected. Yo, real talk. I worked retail for like a week, and that is the retail experience right there. It's just like, oh, let me take things into consideration. I've been misunderstood. The post I saw on Blue Sky that was just like, it was that cow with the illusion of choice, and on one side it was under elaborate and be considered curt and harsh, or over elaborate and be considered boring and like attention demanding and condescending, and then they both led to being misunderstood, and that's it. That's life. Yucky. I have free time now. Too bad work sucked. I can rally myself to do one thing today, and then I want to go home and rest. Who should I go hang out with now? Oh, yeah. Jackie, Ara, Miranda, Lee's, KT. We can hang out with Lee? Oh, heck yeah. We can hang out with no one? No, like I said, if I'm getting a choice, I'm going to go see Miranda. As much as Jackie is awesome. The workshop is cozy and full of half-finished projects and tools. It smells musty and woody. It's nice. No one else is around. They see Miranda at a drafting table looking at blueprints. She hasn't noticed me. Her eyelids are heavy and her head bobs forward like she might fall asleep. I should probably wake her up. Miranda? Oh, what? Oh, hey, Akiko. Didn't see you come in. Should have brought her a coffee. Seemed like you were dozing off. Is now an okay time? Dozing? Oh, no. Miranda feverishly checks herself and her work around her. What are you doing?
Being tired on the job is a huge safety issue. I could have cut off a finger, or worse, broken one of the client's orders.
I don't quite know what this voice I'm doing for her is, but, I mean, you heard the tick-a-taka. That doesn't sound worse.
Speaking of, you're in a workshop. Wear this.
She hands me a hard hat and some safety goggles. I see her hands are strong, but show some wear and tear from her work. Absolutely. How do I look? YMC? Don't finish that thought. What about you?
I know what I'm doing.
But your hands, they have some cuts.
Hazard of the job.
I could heal them. My magic's been inconsistent, but it wouldn't require much.
Nope. I'm fine.
It's really no trouble.
This is what band-aids are for. And you said yourself, your magic's been on the fritz.
I should probably stop pushing and change the subject. How long have you been here today?
Came in really early this morning to finish a personal project. Then it was time to clock in.
You sleep at all?
Yeah. Sometimes.
What are you working on?
We have an order for some long dining tables from a brewery in town. Take a look.
She shows me a long wooden table and accompanying bench. They are sturdy and inviting. Not only that, there's intricate carving work along the edges of the table. It's beautiful.
Still gotta sand it and do the final stain finish.
Like, she's not drawn like she has butch energy, but with that, I keep wanting to call it a tick noise. It's the tick, like the tick-a-tap of typing on a typewriter. Sorry, I got a notification that distracted me. I love mini games. Like the arm warmers and the like that chin length hair, the exposed midriff, but the low pitch and the woodworking, she's got some butch energy. Oh, okay. We've been looking at this as like, oh, she's like got a hoodie tied around her waist. What if it's a jumpsuit tied off at the waist? Hang on. New headcanon. Am I going to draw fan art of these girls? I think so. I love them all. I don't know if I said enough. This game slaps so far. Like, I'm not a big VN kind of person, but this slaps. I just don't really have a niche in my life for reading, you know? I've really been wanting to play that the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog game, because calling it that is really, really funny and ballsy, and I'm amazed by that idea. But I would have to read to play it, and so it hasn't happened yet. But yeah, this girl's got really like pastel pop butch energy, and it's great. It's really well done. Also, the line is, "It's really well done." Not really, not yet. What do you mean? It's amazing. I don't like how wide and lifeless the legs are, and the carvings could more smoothly transition at the corners. It could be better. You've really got an eye for this stuff. Maybe. I look around and see behind Miranda that there's a wall of plaques for Employee of the Month. The face is on almost all of them. That's a lot of Employee of the Month plaques with your name on it. There's only 6 employees. Are you all 6 of them? Nice to see her laugh. You must be doing something right. They can clearly rely on you. Thank you for saying that. You're really wonderful to me. Let me use the workshop before and after hours and any spare materials. We need to ask her to give thoughts, I think. Miranda sighed in frustration. You don't get it. Don't understand what? I finally found something I can feel proud of, even though... It's hard to get inspired these days. Day job, the stuff with the squad. It's a lot. Good, she's opening up. We started out with a bit of a misunderstanding. And we're showing concern. And, you know, we knew from earlier... I looked at the camera again. We knew from earlier that, like, her... She felt like we were, like, over-concerned for her, so that probably should have set me off that was the bad one. But it has gotten her to open up. She's like, you're wrong, the truth is, and now we just listen. So as long as our Akiko here just listens now, which I don't think it was Akiko cutting her off in the earlier scene, so hopefully this will go well. I feel like I don't have the same creative spark. Ask what inspires her. What inspires me? Do you listen to certain music? Research images? It's more like a feeling I get when I test the materials. Like what I want is already in there. It's just my job to bring it out. And I start to see colors, shapes, and I just make what I see. Can I see something you've made? Sure. Miranda brings out one of her projects. It's a jewelry box made of wood. On the top, she's carved stars and patterns. There's iridescent stones inlaid into the wood, too. It looks like the night sky exploding with new galaxies. It glows like it's been touched by her stardust magic. You're working some magic here. That's the problem! It was a metaphor! Oh, I never really thought about my craft like that before. Though, does look like some of your magic is in this, too. Seems like I infuse it with my magic, even when I try not to. In a flash, Miranda explodes the jewelry box into a burst of stardust. The wood and stones fall apart and land with a thud on her work table. Why did you do that? It wasn't good enough. She's one of them. She's one of them. I've been one of them. It needs to be perfect if it's going to last. Why does it have to last? I want to make something that stands the test of time. But most things don't. Something really only valuable if it lasts forever? Miranda seems lost in thought. Thanks for showing me around here. It's really wonderful to see what you're making. Thanks for coming. It may not seem like it, but I like showing people what I do. I should get back to it. Tables don't build themselves. See you soon, Akiko. Finally, time for bed. I stay awake for a while with the usual 20-something's existential dread, but I eventually fall asleep. Alistair jumped on my stomach to wake me up, demanding food. All right, all right. It took me a bit to settle in, but I'm ready for work. Customers had already made a mess of things by the register, and I need to clear it up before another wave hits. Is this, feeling kind of lonely. I forgot it was Lisa's day off. Before I can really start, I'm surprised by the appearance of a familiar face. Ooh. Yo, Akiko! Jackie, what are you doing here? I was in the neighborhood and I thought I'd drop by, see if I could get you working. Unlike you to not call ahead. Hey, wait, isn't this you? This isn't you getting back at me for doing the same, right? Maybe. Maybe I just want to catch a working woman in her element. Then the best way to do that would be to let her work. Wouldn't you agree? Oh, look at that blush. You know what's up. My stomach twists when I finally notice Anna Lee looming behind us. I feel like I'm being caught red-handed doing something terrible with the way she glares at me with those cold eyes. I suddenly get the feeling that my job security's on the line. And Jackie's gone. Socialize on your time, not mine. You have work to do, correct? Go do it. Much as I want to say something, I really need this job. I move back to the register, but Jackie and Anna Lee are still in earshot. As for you, have we met before? No, ma'am. No? I suppose that must be true. I doubt I would forget. I gotta land this room. I suppose that must be true. I doubt I would forget such a pretty face. Oh, Anna Lee? Being nice? I can see from the corner of my eye Jackie growing shy under Anna Lee's gaze. She's dead. This girl is being murdered. Our friend is being murdered by flirtation. The Jackie I knew was quick to give a flirtatious quip back or be evasive in some way. She goes still instead. Her rhythm seems to be thrown off. She's a deer in the headlights. As a valued customer at our store, let me pick out some samples for you from our new line. I know just the thing. Oh, this is a sales tactic. Anna Lee's hand glides over the sample collection and pulls a few pieces out. Jackie finally finds the courage to say something, but she is interrupted when Anna Lee raises the lipstick near Jackie's lips. Yes, I see it now. Jackie, was it? Sentinel Soul would be a great fit for you. She's gotta be the villain, right? She's so sexy and and deep voiced. Huh? Jackie barely chokes the word out. It's from our brand new sentimentality line. With these shades of color, I think it would really let that pretty face of yours shine. You simply must try it. Also, she's here doing Magical Girl. Anna Lee hands off various samples to Jackie, who is barely keeping up with her. You're going to come in here and talk to your little friend? Why don't you do me a favor and come in wearing these? I don't think I would mind it too much then. Not when you can show other customers how dazzling you could really be with just a little touch-up. Okay, ma'am. I'm just going to go buy these real quick. They're samples? Anna Lee chuckles to herself. Jackie freezes again, wondering what she did wrong this time. They're free samples, dear. Got her! Got her ass! Oh, right. The sign. I can read. Bye. And like that, Jackie hurries herself out of the shop with her arms full of makeup samples. Silly girl. Should have at least asked for a bag to carry all of that. As if knowing she's being watched, Anna Lee's eyes meet my own. And what are you looking at? Back to work. Right. Yes, ma'am. I rush to a display counter that needs a little maintenance, rearranging the sample products to look busy. But really, my head is racing. Had Anna Lee picked out the Sentinel Soul themed products for Jackie coincidentally? I peek over my shoulders to steal a glance at Anna Lee, who is now chiding my perpetually distressed manager. Oh, so he didn't get fired immediately? She must have. She doesn't seem to recognize me as Sentinel Starlight. And I'm sure Ara wouldn't tip her off about us. No, but Ara's out there and open about it, and they're paired. She's been at her hip constantly, so. I look towards the storefront where Jackie had scattered off just moments before. Well, that was a short-lived visit. Guess it's back to work. Time for work. I'm actually going to call it there. This game slaps. Ooh, wait. Learn to save. It looks like Renpie to me. Perfect. This game rules, and it's cute, and I can imagine the age group of the people who made it, and it's definitely landing for me. And I like a lot of. I gotta fix the mouth on this one too. It's okay. I'm redoing this whole thing. It's touching on topics that are definitely resonating me, and also that I'm nostalgic for. And I like the way it's approaching it. I like what they're doing. I like the sort of character archetypes that they're working in. I like some of the. I like the way it looks like the group dynamics are going, that these are people who are kind of like have fallen apart because of differences and butting heads, which is something that happens when you're, young adults who aren't even quite sure of who you are yet, but now they're coming back and meeting as people who are confident in themselves, and seems that like enough of the group has enough emotional intelligence that they might actually be able to work things out and sort of get back together and rebuild those bonds stronger than they ever were. And my heart hops to hope that we're going to see that. Yeah, I need to learn how to take time to read so that I play more of this game, because I am loving this and I want to see more. Like I said, it's free on Steam. You can go play it too. Or if the thing that you're looking for more of is streams here at twitch.tv/eliteku, I've got good news for you too. That was the smoothest I've ever done it. Today we did our backlog stream, looking at our schedule for June. Next week we're going to have a Doom mod travelogue. We're going to play some more Doom. Hopefully my skin is better. Otherwise I have a different PNG plus rig that I'll be using. And then we're having a Highway Book Club. And the next, do we want to... do I want to give away what the next backlog stream is going to be at the end of the month? Assuming I don't install anything new. Oh, it's going to be Forza Polpo, which is great. I helped playtest it. I'm looking forward to that. They're all on the backlog because I've been looking forward to them, so it's all good games. That's why I do so many backlog streams, because they're all games that I've been looking forward to, and I love having the excuse to force myself to do things that I want to do. That actually highlights something I've been working on in therapy a bunch, the fact that is something I need to do. Anyway, if you're still here, thank you for watching all the way through. You're likely watching this on the archive over at YouTube/@Uliku. If you made it this far, it's probably worth subscribing, seeing what other games we got. We got tons to do, and we got lots of other games, backlog streams. We do Deep Rock with friends sometimes. If you want to hang out, all these are recorded live, you can go over to twitch.tv/Liku and follow there, and like I said, hang out live. We have chat. I made emotes. I don't know. If you would like to get notifications about when new videos go up or when we go live, not just myself, but also Joe and other friends, other members of the studio in a sense, they subcontract it? I don't want to enter that idea. You can join up on our Discord. Links for everything is below, since I know that's a crazy thing to type in off the screen. You can join the Discord. I have it set up to have notifications for everything. Also, we hang out there. You can chat and make suggestions, whatever. And if you like what you're doing and you would like to help make me able to make more stuff, I would love to stream twice a week for starters. You can support at Patreon or Ko-fi/Eliteku. Send a couple of dollars my way. I just added, I just set it up so we have tiers, and if you donate the highest tier, I'll make a thank you section and I'll put your name on this screen somewhere. I'll figure it out. That would be cool. Anyway, yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you very much for hanging out. I had a great time. I hope you all did too. And until next time I see you, I'm doing the hand gesture. Have a wonderful, having the hand gesture is going to have to be one of the rig things. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Take care of one another. That's the outro. All right. Good night.